Hey guys, we are back at Self-Made and it's chest day. I'm excited about what I'm about to do today. It's a training method called GVT, German volume training. Something that I actually learned about many years ago and I actually implemented in my training style and I've kept in my training style for years. Now, the method of training that I do these days isn't strict German volume training, however, it was inspired by German volume training. So when I talk about high volume, that is exactly what German volume training is, high volume. In its simplicity, it's 10 reps, 10 sets. Simple as that. 10 reps of one exercise for 10 sets. The main thing about it is the fact that you are exposing a group of motor units to an extensive amount of volume. In training, what are we talking about when we mention volume? Volume is simply the amount of work that you're doing. That's it. So anytime you guys hear me talk about volume, all it means is how much work you're doing. So as opposed to a regular, standard program of maybe going into the gym and doing 3 to 4 sets of 12, my routine has me doing various rep ranges for 8 to 10 sets. German volume training is 10 sets, 10 reps. Now, it's been used by many people to increase mass. And let me tell you, it does increase mass. Like, if you follow a GVT training program, you are guaranteed to build muscle. Now, in terms of the weight that you use, you'll typically go for something that you can get maybe 20 reps to failure. So for me today, I'm probably gonna do 225 or maybe just a little over 225. And yeah, I'm just gonna aim to do 10 reps, 10 sets. Gonna get started and hope you guys learn from it. I'm gonna put loads of little notes so that you guys can take away the details. And yeah, let's get to it.
So Simeon is doing German volume training right now, GVT.
10 sets of 10.
10 sets of 10.
But as you saw, I just got 6 because we're on the 6th set and the numbers are going down.
My question is this, because when I think 10 sets of 10, that's 100 reps.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna just do as many as I can so I get to 100.
Okay.
In as few sets as possible.
Yeah.
Is there a benefit to doing 10 sets of 10? Does it hit the muscle fibers differently?
Honestly speaking, I would say doing what you've got in mind would be better in terms of volume. But for this video, I'm basically teaching them the principle of GVT, which is to do 10 sets of 10. So obviously I've even said to them that with my training, I took GVT and just switched it all around. So I still got lots of volume, but it's not 10 sets of 10. I normally, you already know how I train, I normally do 8 to 10 sets, but different rep ranges. So really, I just want them to grasp the principle of 10 for 10, and then they can change that and manipulate that to work with them. certainly doing it your way to set that target of 100 means that you're actually going to hit 100 reps at the end of it. If you don't get the 10 of 10.
Yeah, I feel like they both, neither is good or bad.
Oh no,
what you're training for.
Of course,
you know
of course. But I would say that your way of hitting the 100 means you still hit the 100. Does that make sense? Yeah. As opposed to if you do the 10 by 10 and you don't make it, like I just got 6 on that one, and then if I keep doing my sets up to 10 and then I end at 10 without having got my 100 reps, which it was supposed to be, then
this is my mind. If you get 6 right now, right?
Yeah.
Bracket. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. And then go. You know what I'm saying? Until you get that 10.
True. That can work as well. Yeah, it's another method as well.
There's so many fucking ways to skin a cat. So many ways to get swole. So stop fucking complaining. Talk shit. Try it.
I got 4 more bloody sets.
Okay, I'm actually kind of glad that the session's going as it's going. Reason being is, this will help you guys when you're choosing your weight. So when you're choosing your weight to do GBT, you need to make sure that it's a weight that you're going to be able to keep doing the 10 reps with. Mine, maybe I've chosen a bit too high for this. As I said, it's something I used to do back in the day, haven't done for a while. And let me tell you this, if you haven't done it, as the sets start to pile up, the fatigue kicks in. Cumulative fatigue, I am telling you. Like by the 5th or 6th, we're on the 6th set now, so by the 5th set, I really started to feel it, you know. Those 10 reps are long gone now. Frigging getting 7s and 8s. I think that last one was 6. So the cumulative, and my pump is absolutely ridiculous now. Like I feel like I can't even move my arms too much, you know, which is why it's making it harder because the pump is just crazy, so much blood, and it's so tight. But I'm gonna continue on and get right to the 10 sets. So just bear that in mind, choose your weight carefully when you're doing this exercise. You may be able to get 10 reps, but can you get 10 reps continuously? Okay, we are now on set 7. It's been brutal. What I've been doing is I'm trying not to do any failure sets or any sets where the spot helps me. So as soon as the spot has to touch it, I'm putting it back. Because you could do it, I could do it where I finish off and have the spot do it, but I want to get accurate numbers for the end of this to know exactly how it went so that I can, you know, analyze it and compare it next time to something better, you know, which I'll obviously, from how it's gone, I will be taking this down to a weight that's just a little bit lighter and then seeing if I can get the full 10 and then progress with that to work my way up to hopefully getting the 10 by 10, you know. But yeah, I'm not, as soon as the spot touches it, it's going back on the rack because I want to have accurate numbers at the end of this. This is it. I gotta tell you guys, let me step back so you can get this in its entirety. This is one of the most savage pumps I've ever had. Like, let me tell you something, man. This pump is ridiculous. Now, as I said to you guys, I'm used to training high volume, but what's different about my training is the fact that when I do high volume, the rep ranges are completely different. To give you an example, I'll start with a 20, then I'll probably do 15. I work my way through the sets until I'm sometimes doing 1 rep maxes, you know, or weights to where I'm only getting like 3 reps. And then, and that's the difference with my volume. It's not 10 for 10, that's for one thing. So, like I said, the reason why my style of training is different is because I not only want to build mass, but I want to increase strength. And something like this isn't necessarily going to increase your strength to be hitting like good 1 rep maxes if you're only working with, 225. Well, for me personally, if I'm only working with 225, it's going to be hard for me to increase that max weight. So that's why with my rep ranges, it varies, and I do a lot of 1 rep maxes and 3 reps, etc. But yeah, this has been immense. The pump is unreal. And yeah, as you saw, I didn't make the 10 for 10. It means I have to go back to the drawing board to get my numbers right to make sure that I'm choosing the right weight. So when you guys try this, again, like I said before, you're gonna have to choose carefully with the weight that you choose. Now, what I'm gonna do to finish off is, although I didn't get the 10 for 10, I still want my 100 reps. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calculate what's missing, and I'm just gonna do as many sets as I need to finish off. Okay. I've just done the calculation, and I have 23 reps left to make it to 100. So we're gonna keep going. So the 10 sets of 10 are done, but I wanna get the 100 reps, so we've got another 23 to go. Let's see how many sets it will take to do it. Damn. So guys, I feel fantastic. I feel awesome. And my chest is pumped like crazy. So let's go over the take-home points from this. Choose your weight carefully. So we are aiming for 10 by 10. So you really need to choose the weight that you can get 10 reps on. So today was a nice little learning, a nice little lesson for me, because it means that when I train this again and do it again, I'm gonna lower the weight to aim for 10 throughout. As you saw, when I got to like the 5th set, the fatigue started to kick in, and it really started to hurt, and it really started to, the reps started going down. Now, one thing that you need to bear in mind when you're doing this is you're aiming for 60 to 90 seconds rest. That's another big factor that is the reason why it's so hard. It's not just a case of, doing 10, taking 5 minutes out, doing another 10. It's 60 to 90 seconds rest between the sets. And that's where it really is, the challenge really comes from. So first thing is choose your weight carefully. Second thing, 60 to 90 seconds in between. That's pretty much the take home points. Oh, one more thing that you should take home from this. If you're going to do this and you're going to do it on the bench, doing it on your own is going to be a challenge. As you saw, when the set started to get a lot harder, I needed to get a spot to be there every set for the remaining sets, because obviously when you fail on a bench press, there's nothing you can do when it comes down onto your chest. So if you're going to do it on bench press, you're going to need someone with you. So alternatives would be dumbbells. You could do it on dumbbells, because when you fail, you can just drop the weights at your side. Normally with GVT, once you've done this, you will then maybe mix it up with back. So you'll do, back exercises. I'm personally gonna just finish off my chest, so I'm gonna go do some flies. I'll capture that as well for you guys. But yeah, normally you'd mix it with like chest and back, legs and shoulders, etc. So the next one I might do would be squats, which is gonna be so interesting, and I can only imagine the pain I'm gonna feel when squatting 10 reps of probably free plate, if I'm honest. But who knows? Because just like this, I might be overestimating my ability by thinking that I could do the free plate for 10 every set for 10, you know. So maybe I'll have to lower that, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to wrap up at the end. I always finish off my exercises with flies. I either do dumbbell flies or cable flies, but I do a variation, and I'm going to show you. We're going to work through what I will typically do with my flies. Okay, so once I've done my flies and I've brought them to a low point, I'm then gonna raise up the pulley to about shoulder height, sorry, and then we're gonna come forwards like this, keeping our back straight. So as you saw with the first one, we were leaning into it and going with a low range. Now we're stood up straight and we're gonna come straight, almost like a pec deck, but standing up like that. Next exercise I do is one of my favorites around the world, and when I do around the world, we're not using any heavy weight, we're using about this. Are we rolling? I'm on a buzz. I'm on a complete buzz. Session was fantastic. I feel great. You know, it was amazing. I hope you guys have learned something from that. So try out GVT. I want to see what you guys come up with when you do it. Hit me with the comments when you've tried it out and let me know how it goes. Yeah, that's it really for today. And I want to say a big thank you to you guys for the comments that you're leaving on my videos, and I'm appreciating the fact that you are appreciating my content, you know, and it's showing in the numbers because my channel's growing, and that shows me that you guys are liking what I'm doing. I appreciate it. I'm going to continue to put out good content. As always, in the comments, let me know what you like and what you want to see. Guys, share these videos. Let other people know about my channel. You know, that I feel like I'm putting out good content. Let other people know, share it, and I'll continue to do it.